welcome to my YouTube channel, Tacoma Traveler. Special hello to anyone who is subscribing and a couple of new folks who have subscribed. I tell you, y'all are a tiny little group, but got a little bit of love in my heart for each and every one of you. I really appreciate it. It's wonderful to get a couple new subscribers here and there. If you haven't subscribed yet, maybe take a look at my content. If you're interested in off-grid, boondock camping, minimal camping, micro-RVing, those kind of topics are what this channel is about. So I camp out of the back of my 2014 Tacoma pickup truck, and I have an awesome time doing it. Today we're doing things a little differently. Usually I leave first thing in the morning to get a real good jump on things, especially if I've got any kind of distance to travel. I like to generally be set up, well established, comfortable by the time it gets dark. I like to be in place. So, of course, got to shake things up a little bit, push outside my comfort zone. I've been on the road for about an hour and a half now. It's 6 o'clock p.m. and I still have a couple more hours to go. I do expect that it's going to be dark by the time I arrive at my intended destination. I don't know for certain that my first pick of where to stay tonight will work, because I've never been there before. But I do have some in mind, and I have some other options that could work if my first choice doesn't. So where are we headed? Today we are going to Cape May, New Jersey, which isn't all that far from where I live, and it's kind of surprising that I haven't been there before or spent any time there. I've been through it, but never really stopped to visit, and I think I've only been through it once. So going up there, going to spend 3 nights in the truck and 3 days exploring, seeing what I can get into, what I can find. It's gonna be a good time. Stick around, see what we can come up with. All right, I'll see you later. This evening did not go quite as planned. I tried to talk a little bit about it earlier, but it's pretty dark out. I don't know if I'll use that video, but long and the short of it was, didn't quite work out as planned. But you know, it's okay. The place where I had planned to go, and most of the road along where all my kind of backup ideas were, it's completely blocked off. So apparently they're doing road work there every night, and so they open it during the day, let people in at a certain time. They shut it down. No one else can get in. People can only get out. Google did not tell me about this. So I floundered about a little bit. A little bit difficult when you're on your own, so you're driving, navigating, trying not to create a traffic hazard, and trying to figure out where you are and where you're going. So I did pull over a bit and try to get reoriented. I didn't really get too stressed though. I figured I'd be alright. So I found a place. I mean, literally, I'll show the pictures I took earlier in the video and stuff, I'm sure I've shown, but like right on the water, like right on the canal, like right where the ferries come in. So I'm gonna ride the ferry home on Sunday. So right where the ferries come in. I'm right there, so I got the Delaware Bay and the Chesapeake Bay kind of on either side of me right now. It's right kind of across the canal from where I had planned to be. It's all good. There are signs that say that this area, I think it's worded that the area is closed, or only open. It's open between 5:30 a.m. and 10:30 p.m. There's a couple other cars like way down the parking lot. I'm way at the other end. Those cars, some of them still have their lights on, so I think they're just probably staying for a little bit and they'll probably leave. But there are some cars there that didn't have the lights off and look like, I don't know, for whatever reason they might be staying, or maybe people parked and went home some other way. I don't know. So I feel okay about it. Technically, I'm not in the area. I mean, like on the beach or the rocks or whatever else is around here. I'm in the parking lot, so I don't know. We'll see. I do have a backup if I get the unexpected knock telling me I gotta go. There's a place about 12-15 minutes away that I think would probably work out alright if I have to go. That's my immediate backup. If not, shoot. There's a grocery store nearby, I'll just park there. This is much better though. The breeze coming off the water is amazing. It's just perfect temperature. Just super nice. So yeah, really learning to roll with things. All right. Unless tonight brings any further adventure, I'll check in with you in the morning. So I've been reading this book tonight. It's nice when you have folks who really know you. This was gifted to me for my birthday. Thanks, Nieslet. Alright. Good night. Long story from last night. For the first time ever, I did get asked to leave by a very nice young police officer. He was very polite. Said that I couldn't stay there. I tried to plead my case, but no go. So that was around midnight. Not all that great, but you know, always been afraid that might happen somewhere, and worried about how it might happen, what might happen, and really wasn't that big a deal. I said, hey, you gotta go. So, threw my stuff together, drove about 10 minutes, found another spot. It was fine. Maybe not quite as nice, but I tell you, I still went to sleep to the sound of the ocean. It was in earshot, cracked my windows, had a nice breeze. Didn't get as much sleep as I would have liked, but the quality was pretty solid. So I got up real early this morning. I think I got up around 5, I think it was. Because where I was at was starting to get kind of full. Or not full, but there was a couple cars pulling up, and you know, I didn't really want to be there. So I came back to my original place, or I tried to come back to my original place that I wanted to first land at last night. And lo and behold, I can totally get to it. I guess they're just doing that work at night, that road work. So it's all good. I am tucked away in a single spot. So there's nobody else around me. Whoa. Water in the boiled over. Water for my coffee. So I just pulled back in here, tucked in, and happily got a couple more hours sleep. So just up from that, I am making my coffee. It's probably super hot. Just for a rag. So yeah, I think my plan now today is supposed to be. So I'm always on the go, right? I'm always where's the trail? Where's something I can do? Where's something I can climb? Today, I really think I'm gonna try to just have a beach day. Read a good book,
a nice beach. So I think at least for the most part of today is just going to be a beach day, and then later on I'll drive out to check out a couple of spots and see where I want to stay tonight. So I'm going to have my coffee, and then I'm going to go walk down the beach and pick a spot, and probably then just check things out and see what the beach looks like a little bit, and then come back here and grab all my stuff and then go get settled for a nice beach day. So that's my big morning plan. So it's night 2, coming up on night 2 of the trip. Today was a little different for me. I spent a lot of downtime. Oh, there's a really pretty bird going by. I spent all morning at the beach, so I felt like I was probably getting enough sun, and then I came on back, and I was gonna try to take a nap. I was just kind of feeling warm and a little bit lazy, and I thought a nap might be nice, but it was really, where I had the truck was a beautiful spot, but it was really hot. There was just no significant shade there, so I went on ahead and moved to the second location, Beaver Dam Wildlife Management Area. I believe that's what it's called. Beaver Dam Swamp, maybe, Wildlife Management Area. Really nice, very large, but there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of place where trails or anything. So walked a little bit of trail, but looked at, but really nice spot. And it's actually gotten nice and cool. There's a really nice breeze, and looking forward to a nice evening. It was interesting learning how to, and I found myself kind of pushing back against that idea of just chilling, relaxing. I read a ton, I did some journaling, I played around with my camera, I walked up and down this little bit of a trail that there is quite a few times, and I just relaxed. So maybe tomorrow we'll do a little more hiking and stuff, finding some trails, we'll see. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow. Morning. Slept like a log last night. I really made up for not sleeping so great the night before. Still kind of groggy. Alright, let's go ahead and see what this morning looks like. Not too shabby. Starting your morning out driving down a road like this, well, there's worse things you can do. So I'm at Belleplain, I think it said, State Forest. park. No, it's more like a state park. Anyway, it's got a whole campground here and all kinds of stuff. It has some nice little trails. So I was minding my own business, walking, looking at some birds. Out of nowhere, downpour. 6% chance of rain right now, and it just poured. So I dashed under found a little place with a little wash house kind of place. It had an overhang, so I dashed and stood under that, and then got back here to the truck. All is well. I did get hungry, so having my fruit and contemplating. I see some folks out there on the lake, near Lake Nummi, Nummy, and they got some kayaks and canoes out there. It looks like they're renting them. I've got a little bit of a mind to rent one. I don't know, something different. I'll eat my fruit and think about it. So yeah, did it. Can't think of a much better way to spend an hour. This was a good call. Being open to whatever might present itself is fun. Having a good time. So I found this, I don't know, I guess it's a pond? I think it's a lake. I think I know its name, but I can't think of it right now. Anyway. Just sitting here, got my book. I got my camera here just in case any interesting birds show up. It's kind of muggy, a little warm. Oh, kind of happy not to be hiking right now. I did hike for a bit earlier, but got my little fan going. It's keeping bugs away, keeping me relatively cool, or you know. Cool in relation to how I would be otherwise, I guess. I am really thinking about changing into something that wouldn't bother getting wet and taking a dip in here in a little bit to cool off. I'm just sitting here reading. I'm thinking maybe about it. I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to get used to this, so I will put a link to this fan in the show notes. The show notes. I've listened to too many podcasts. In the notes to this video, if you're interested. It's a real it takes a beating. This little USB fan charges up pretty quick, lasts a while, and nice portable. Anyway, thumbs up to the fan. Well, after watching the sunrise on the sunset on the beach last night, I picked this spot and pulled in and just worked. It was perfect. Some kids came by and shot off some fireworks for a minute. And I think they scared themselves that it was so loud because they took off really fast. So other than that, right when I first got here, and they didn't bother me, they were over on the other side, but yeah. So I'm in a parking lot, but completely kind of deserted and just off the beach a little bit. And, my goodness, I know I'm always saying how well I sleep. Jeez, like a rock last night. It rained a little bit in the middle of the night. I had to wake up and shut my windows. But no harm done, and it was actually really soothing. I went right back to sleep. 71, so completely comfortable. It's not too humid. Really good sleeping weather. I fell asleep on top of all my blankets, but did get chilled enough at some point to get underneath my blankets. All right, enough talk. Let's do the reveal of what my backyard was like this morning. So it's 7:15 now. I'm pretty much ready to go. I'm waiting for my coffee to finish drip brewing. And I'll put all this stuff away, my stove away. So I should be really ready to jump up front and get moving here in the next few minutes. I have until 10 a.m. today. So around 10 I have to be at the ferry terminal to board for a 10:30 ferry crossing. About a 45-minute ferry ride. Pretty excited about that. I've only been on the ferry once that I can recall, and I've never driven a vehicle on the ferry before. I've always just gone on as foot passenger. So always the one time I went as a foot passenger. So that'll be kind of fun. But in the meantime, I have 3 hours to bounce around and see what I can see. This seems like a really nice road. It's not loose sand at all. It's hard packed, mixture of gravel and sand or dirt. There's a old, out of use, I believe, water tower right there, and it looks like this road may have been used to get to the water tower at one point. But there's an old rusty gate kind of that separates this road from the parking lot, but it is falling apart and wide open and doesn't look like it has been used for a long time. So check this out. Oh yeah, nobody comes back here much. But look at that right there. Right here. Look at that. Perfect boondock camping spot. Almost in the middle of Cape May. Not far from the beach. I can see the beach. The beach is right there where you can see that building. So yeah, looking at it on Google Maps is one thing, but you don't know what the conditions are until you actually get to the location. So even though I didn't actually use this last night, I wanted to check it out just in case I come back in the future. And I tell you, I'm kind of bummed I didn't check this out last night. Not that there was anything wrong with or where I stayed or that I had any problem, but oh my goodness, this is like this was made for boondock camping back here. Folks, hang on just 1 second. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Let me get around these shrubs and bushes and stuff. Look at this. Look at that. So you'd have to drive through this little tiny bit of low-growing weeds and what have you. And then you have all that semi-paved, fairly level, flat open area. And this would be where you were staying. Another area over there. This is pretty crazy. You never know what you're gonna find, definitely. I know I say that a lot, but wow, I do wish I'd come back here. Super nice. So right ahead is a World War II kind of watchtower, guard tower. We have these in Lewes, Delaware too. This is on the Cape May side, so they have the exact same towers built in World War II to keep an eye on any invasion that might happen on the East Coast. Google tells me that this doesn't open to 11, which, since I'll be on the ferry at 10:30, that would not be possible, but I want to walk across the way and just see if there's any chance I can climb up in it. So sure enough, it does not open until 11 a.m., so I can't go up in it. I should have planned that better because it would have been cool. Let's check that out. So, just had a nice little walk down to the beach. The temperature is cool. It's only 70 according to the phone. But goodness, the humidity just set in like a blanket. I started the day in long pants and in true Gen X style, I zipped off the lower portion of my pants to give myself some shorts because it's like So I'll spend a few minutes in the AC driving over to where I'm going to try to walk on some birding trails. Maybe get myself nice and frozen so that when I get out, I can deal with the heat a little better. Again, not the heat, it's the humidity. All right, let's go see what we can find. So one more trip down to the beach before I catch the ferry. So I wanted to show you and explore this, which is another relic of World War II. So it's not every day you see a giant concrete bunker on the beach. This thing is just massive. But I think what's left of that up there would have been where artillery would have fired out into the ocean had we come under attack. just off the ferry in Lewes, Delaware. Beautiful. Ferry ride was amazing. Even saw some dolphins. I don't know if the video turned out. I think I might have gotten the dolphins. There we go. Anyway, had an amazing trip. I'm really glad I capped it off at the end with the ferry ride. I could have done it in reverse. I could have done the ferry ride at the beginning and then driven kind of up and around to come home. But this way was really nice. Ending the weekend with that nice trip across the Delaware Bay. Just a good trip. First time ever getting asked to move on from a place I had picked out. Really anticlimactic. Somehow I thought that would be a horrible thing if that ever happened, and really it was very matter of fact and no big deal. And everything turned out just fine, as it has a habit of doing. So now I've got about an hour drive home, and I think I'm going to stop and pick up some of that Dogfish Head beer that I had on the ferry, because that was super good. Found a new fave there. Okay, so if you've gotten this far, give me a thumbs up if you like the content. Hit subscribe if you haven't. And we'll see you next time around. Take good care.